nobody would even listen to you. If I told them half of the stuff that you're doing behind the scenes, he says that I'm checking your motive. He says because you're neither hot or cold. And he says I'd rather you be hot or cold, because if you was on fire, I can bless you. But if you got cold, I can change you. But there's some people that are moving into a lukewarm spot that is the unchangeable spot. And what we don't understand, the danger in this spot, is that Jesus says, I will spew you out of my mouth. In other words, he's not talking about spitting you out. What God is saying, I'm going to stop talking about you. I'm going to stop talking about you in heaven. Don't you understand that the reason we're here right now when stuff is happening is because God is still talking about us? That every time the devil comes, God is still saying, he's blessed and highly favored. I know where he's going. I know he's going through it right now, but he's going through to get through. I know he's walking through the valley of the shadow of death, but I got some angels that are preparing a table before him in the presence of his enemies. I know that the gainsayers are there right now, but I'm talking about you. And as long as you are in my mouth, there's nothing that can stop you. But because of our lack of commitment, God said, I'm about to put you out of the will. What's the will? As long as God is speaking his promises about me in from his mouth, and they're leaving his mouth, he says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It will not return to me void, but it's going to accomplish everything that I sent it to do. In other words, people are in danger of forfeiting the promises of God. Not having them snatched, but literally giving them away. I got to be talked about in heaven. How many people know that you got to be talked about in heaven? See, that's the stuff you're going through right now. God says, I'm still talking about you. You ought to be praising me right now that I'm still talking about you. That even though Job was going through stuff, he didn't realize there was conversations going on in heaven about him. And God was testifying about him. And God says, if you keep this up, I'm going to stop testifying about you. And the moment I stop testifying about you, that means that the enemy can come right on in. So you're in danger. As long as I'm speaking, you are in the will. But if I ever stop, we're out of the will. Hear me. And it happened because he said that people said that I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing. That people literally couldn't see their condition. That literally they were in a place where they were blinded to their own stuff. And they said, I'm rich and I don't have need of nothing. And they were unaware of the problems they were in. That God is trying to let us know right now. I'm trying to make you aware that there's more than where you are right now. I'm trying to make you aware that some of the stuff that we're about to settle for, that God says it's bigger than this. There's much more than this. Don't settle for being right here. That the fact that you're saying that you're rich is what's messed up. But you can get more when you say, God, I need more. When you realize that, God, I'm not where I need to be. That's when you get to a place that you never expected to ever be. And God is waiting on some people that still have this prayer. God, I'm not there yet. You still got to get me there. God, I have not arrived yet, and I still don't even know exactly where I'm going. God, I have not apprehended yet, but I'm pressing toward the mark of the high calling. See, God's got some people that are in the kingdom right now that people say are just mighty and powerful, but in the secret place they know I'm nothing if it had not been for God. That means that they're still in the secret place, not like a king or like a prince or a queen, but like a son and a daughter. Knowing, God, if it were not for you, if you don't just keep breathing on me, I would just shrivel up and die. If it were not for your hand right now, I'd still be on the block. I'd be up under the bridge. I'd be doing some stuff that would just blow my mind. But God, because you keep talking about me, and because I keep revealing through your spirit that I am nothing without you. It don't matter about the robe. It don't matter about the collar. It don't matter about the popularity. I realize, God, that if it had not been for the Lord on my side, where would I be? And it don't matter how old you get. As a matter of fact, every now and then when you're really anointed, the older you get, the more dependent you get on God. But here's the thing that the Lord was saying. As we were blinded to our own sickness, God says, I'm coming today to let you know that you're sick. Now, I don't know if that's a praise moment, because that may be a bad thing. But I don't know if that's a praise moment. Now, for me, when you realize that the devil was putting some things in me and was hiding them so I would never see them. So I would walk in a false deliverance. So I would really think I'm delivered, but the stuff would still be hiding in me. And it would come out every now and then it would go back because the stuff I was using, it could not cure it. So every now and then the doctors that you're using will give you some stuff that's just a surface topical ointment. But God is trying to say it's deeper than you think. It's deeper than, so don't be mad at me that I'm exposing that you got a bad attitude, because I'm trying to take you somewhere that your attitude's going to kill you from going. Don't be mad at me that I'm trying to tell you that you really not the study warrior that you think you are, and that your prayers ain't really that deep, and that you really not that serious. I'm trying to take you to a dimension that the surface dwellers can't go. Don't get mad at me because I'm telling you that your praise ain't really getting me there, that I'm really not inhabiting your praise, that your prayer ain't really moving nothing, because I'm trying to get you to a place that when you praise me on the bus stop, I will show up. So I'm trying to take you to another dimension, but I got to dispose your surface. I got to expose for you that you're really not there. But there's some people in the house that hear that I'm not there, and their whole praise is this: that God get me there, because I saw a glimpse of something in heaven and I need to get higher. Every now and then you ought to begin to praise God when he lets you know you still in the valley. How dare you praise me like you on the mountaintop? It's bigger than this. You can't keep living with him. You can't keep doing that. You ain't there yet. You're better than you were, but I got bigger things in store for you. I wish somebody would just lift up a praise in this atmosphere. Because I'm telling you, what's bad news in the world is good news in the kingdom. See, every now and then when the whip comes out in the world, folk begin to hide. But if you know, like I know, that when the whip comes out, God is going to start hitting some stuff that you couldn't whip yourself. And see, when you see the whip come out, you start thinking God's about to whip you. And God said, I'm about to whip your problem. I'm about to whip your issues. You got mad at me because you saw me break out the whip. And you thought if I didn't, I love you too much to beat you down. But I'm trying to beat the demon that's trying to beat you down. I'm trying to beat the issue that's been trying to get you down. I'm trying to beat the depression that made you think you were ugly. I'm trying to beat the oppression that's got you pacing the floor at night. It's the bills I'm trying to beat. It's that man I'm trying to beat. It's that lying spirit I'm trying to beat. It's that conceit that I'm coming after. I'm not mad at you, but I know you got too many rocks in your pocket to fly, and you've been waiting so long to mount up on wings of eagle. So I'm gonna come down here and kill some things so you can take off. I'm trying to let you know that today that the wait is over, that the stuff you've been waiting on, and God's about to bless you for the wait. But he had to let you know, he said, I counsel you. Now watch this. He says, I want you to buy of me gold that's tried in the fire. In other words, you've been operating on a word that has not been fire tested. But now I'm about to give you revelation that's been tried in the fire so that you can operate in a place of wealth. Hear me. Now I want you to hear what I'm saying to you. There he go talking that prosperity. Listen, don't get mad at prosperity. Because some of y'all want to come out, right? So don't get mad every time you there they go to that prosperity. Listen, then stop asking God for stuff. Then stop asking him to pay those bills then. Then stop asking him to bless you with another car. If you mad at prosperity, because I didn't say it, God said, I would that you be in health and prosper even as your soul prospers. You're supposed to be the head and not the tail. Stop living like you're living right now and begin to declare what God said about you. I didn't say it. He said that you're supposed to be above only and not beneath. And God said that you know what? The lender and not the borrower. Because the borrower is a servant to the lender, and God is trying to let you know that the wait is over, and in a moment, if you'll let me, I'll transform you from a borrower into a lender. I'll take you there because you got gold tried in the fire. In other words, what God is saying, I'm about to give you revelation, and I'm about to give you an